Hi guys, it's that time again. Which is better? And it'll be between Cursed Be Thy Kingdom by BEWITCHER and Church Without Saints by DESASTER. And before I continue, I will be leaving links in the description down below to check out songs by ABBATH. And even links to check out my Instagram and Twitter pages. There you get to see what songs I'm listening to, as well as what my band merch collection looks like. Now, Cursed Be Thy Kingdom by BEWITCHER. If for some reason you've been living under a rock, BEWITCHER is somewhat of a phenomenon toward the planet, pumping out their version of satanic black and speed metal, and this stuff is reminiscent of Venom and Motorhead. One thing here is that the album sets apart from the previous albums in terms of how much better the overall songwriting is. The first song eases us into the rest of the record with some very nice acoustic guitars before you meet the second track, which is an onslaught of maniacal speed metal riffs played at only the most satanic speeds. These riffs ultimately feel a lot more unique in the realm of speed metal and somewhat feel like a revamped version of the same riffs that you've been listening to since the days of Raven. These moments are occasionally broken up throughout the track list with some much more classic heavy metal oriented kinds of tracks. The song Valley of the Ravens is probably the best example of this. That is probably the track that feels the most familiar and new at the same time. It comes to these slow types of riffs. It's a very nice blend that you could possibly listen to for ages. In addition to that, we have this recent newcomer in terms of vocals. No, wait, scrap that. I'm referring to the drummer, Aris Wells, and the intensity he brings to the drums. He can do the fills, he can do the scat beats, and overall his inclusion on the record is well welcomed. The title track is one of those that definitely shows off how smooth his transitions is in terms of the faster parts and the very nice and fluid fills that feel punchy and are definitely worth a circle bit of their own. His vocal melodies and patterns are so creative that they flow together nicely throughout each track. He'll give a little more through some of his grisly growls and at the ends of his lines. Even the mix on this record as well as is absolutely amazing. And going back to the song Valley of the Ravens, this feels like the ultimate arena rock anthem with how punchy and raw the drums are. The guitars are all incredibly evil and monstrous, and you can even hear some bass as well. What more could you want from this? I can honestly say that this album is probably BEWITCHER's best album. So hopefully BEWITCHER keep on doing what they're doing and that they don't stop anytime soon. So switching gears, we're going to look at Churches Without Saints by DESASTER. Now this album definitely packs a punch, and aside from the overlapping genres, it's an acquired taste, I guess. But the album is immensely likable. These guys know how to compromise songs in a good way. The vocals are aggressive and it's harsh with a scream at the same time, if it's possible. The tempos are moderate and well composed. It's heavy and fast, but catchy as well. There are some variations in the guitar department and some clean tone guitars, skewing into heavy riffs. Not on all the songs, by the way, but only just a select few. The whole album overall just packs a big punch. Some of the songs are slow, but not for the entirety of the album. The vocals gorge how the guitars are played and also go alongside it very well. The album is enjoyable, and I'm glad that there was a lot of diversity. So yeah, these guys definitely know what they're doing and it shows throughout. They sound a touch like Viking metal, but not entirely, just to a certain degree. They play with a lot of feel and emotion, and the anger is just rampant. The vibe just shows that sort of feeling and anger especially, but in any respect, the feel is all a lot of well-composed riffs. They're pretty keen in their respect to aggression and feel. The quality is quite good as well. Production-wise, very solid. I didn't even have a problem with any of the sound on here. The vocals in a certain sense are somewhat overpowering but good. The music and the voice was all mixed throughout. I didn't have any complaints. They really know what they're doing here and it comes out in the music. A lot of overt aggression that once again packs a punch and contains the brutality as well. The genres intermix with each other, and it's a unique combination that they're in. Now, there is a lot of bands out there, but in terms of this genre overlapping, I don't come across many bands that do this. But luckily, I'm glad that it exists. But do let me know in the comments down below what you thought was the better album. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.